The human being was made.
Show.
Oh yeah.
On
The
JAG
Show. On the JAG Show.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody to another episode of the JAG Show. Dude, I almost said JAG Radio.
I sang
It's
it
all right.
actually.
Jesus
I
Christ.
sang
I
it
said
during,
JAG Radio.
during the intro. It's because we took a week off. I fucking
Yeah,
forgot.
that's true. That's
okay?
true. Yeah, I'm a little off my game right now.
I
welcome
got
everybody.
a little off before I came.
Oh.
Hey,
Did
what's
you
up?
videotape
Shout
it?
out to my lady.
You want to show? You want to show the audience?
No.
Oh.
Show
I
it to me.
Snapchatted it, but I don't want anyone else to see.
Show it to me.
So
Welcome
those of you that follow me
everybody.
on Snapchat, you're in for a treat.
Another
A
dream,
very
huh?
small, short treat.
Welcome to another episode of the JAG Show. I am
Welcome.
JD Marcel, of course. To my left is AJ Moreno. What's
You had to
going
think
on?
about it because you're on the different side
I
today.
am.
You
I
fucking
am.
had to slow
Yeah,
that down a little
I
bit.
had to like.
Let's not
transfer
do that
over.
again, man.
I'm sorry, man.
Stick to your side.
You're right. You're right.
All
You're
right.
right.
Stick to your side.
My bad.
Come on, you're gonna be right
Hey.
wing or left wing?
Man, are you gonna say what's up or what?
Yo.
You gonna say what's up or what?
Hello, everybody. ¿Cómo estamos? Please ignore me. I'm just bickering with Jason per usual.
Oh.
Somebody's got to ruffle his feathers.
Somebody.
Why you gotta ruffle my feathers for?
Because I like the way you spread them.
Yeah, I
make
do.
make your
I
thighs
do.
like butter.
I'm a
Easy
pro.
to spread. And we can make sandwiches.
Who you
Damn.
heard right now was, of course, producer Dre Dale Day.
All
What's going on?
motherfucking day.
Yeah.
All motherfucking day.
All
This
day.
is the JAG Show
I've been
on
here.
the Super Audio Network.
All
Welcome,
day.
everybody. How are you all doing?
Pretty good.
I'm
pretty
doing
good.
pretty damn fine this Sunday. I got to watch a lot of World Cup matches this morning.
Oh my God.
A lot. I
You
got a lot
fucking
of watching
foreigner.
World Cup matches this
You
Oh,
fucking
weekend.
immigrant.
Oh my God, so good.
You
So,
fucking immigrant.
Everything is so good right now.
I think the
I
hot
can't
topic,
speak for everyone.
I think the hot topic right now, where we live right now, and another largely Mexican
Most
populated cities,
Absolutely.
is
Yes.
the victory
Yes.
of Mexico versus who were they playing? They were playing against
South Korea.
South Korea.
South Korea. Yeah.
And that was a really good, hard-fought game.
Yeah, I mean those South Koreans weren't gonna. They're no slouches. They weren't gonna make it easy, and
No.
that's a fast team that you talk about.
Mexico was playing to prove against
Mhm.
Trump, and South Korea was playing against Kim Jong Un. And
Yeah,
you know, Mexico won.
Yeah,
there we go.
That's true. But you know what? Son,
Yeah,
obviously
Hong
from,
Ling Sung.
from your team,
Bam.
Tottenham,
Tottenham Hotspur.
he
in the
put
house.
he put in his fucking work.
Beautiful.
He scored a beautiful
Beautiful
That
fucking goal.
was
What a
an
curler,
amazing-
bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, and he's
And-
got the ability to do that all day long. And I almost think that because he's not surrounded with the class of player that he is on his, English Premier squad,
Mm-hmm.
that he doesn't take as many risks because there's no backup.
Yeah.
Kind of like if he shoots, that's pretty much what's going to happen. There's
Yeah.
no rebound. There's no retake. There's
Mhm.
nothing. So he needs to make them count.
Oh yeah.
And I think he's limiting his chances when really he should just be ripping into that ball even more.
It's
he just
funny.
has to.
It's funny too, because like I was saying, like even before he scored, I'm all like, I told one of our friends, Jesus, I was like, watch that guy. That guy's
Yeah.
gonna do something. He's
He is.
really good.
He is.
And yeah, he ended up scoring.
Fastest dude on the
you know,
team,
of
too.
course, they didn't win, but they put up a good fight.
Yeah,
And,
for sure.
and of course, congratulations to Mexico. Mexico did an amazing
Hey, you
job.
know what?
Yeah, they did.
You know what? The Koreans, they didn't fucking clean up afterwards. They didn't clean up afterwards. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Come on, dude. That was a video of like 2 Mexicans that were cleaning up afterwards.
Yeah, and they both.
For all I know, it
And
was all Mexicans that left that mess. I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
Just to celebrate.
I'm just, you know, I'm
celebration, man.
basing it off family parties that I attend, which are mostly Mexican, and it's mostly
Yeah,
Mexicans.
yeah,
that
yeah.
leave
And
a
then you
big
got
ass
your
mess
mom
behind.
like, mira pendejo que no limpias.
Ayúdame a limpiar. Por favor, ponte a hacer algo.
It's like 7 in the morning and the music is
Ah,
blasting
¿te
and
estás
shit.
cansando nomás de vernos?
Tiempo de enamorar.
Damn.
But yeah, you know what? Carlos Vela, obviously, he scored that little free kick.
Carlos 5.
That penalty kick.
PK.
And
And they gave him that. That's nice.
They did give him
Yes.
that. They gave it. And then, of course, Chicharito, there was a lot of talk about
Chicharito.
Chicharito not doing his part. And then
You know what, though?
he did his part this time.
Man, there was an interview between him and some other cat whose name escapes me at the moment, but he was basically telling them before the World Cup matches even started. He's like, yeah, you guys have first round against Germany, so I mean, you can pretty much forget about it, right? And he was kind of telling them like, ya olvídate de eso, like, no tienen lo que se necesita. You don't have what it takes.
Oh.
And this guy went off. Chicharito, Javier Hernandez went off on this dude.
Yeah, what
He
he
said, why not? He
Yeah.
said, why? He's like, okay, even if I don't have all the things that you're saying, we're never going to have them.
Yeah.
Not right now. Not anytime soon. Those
Yeah.
things aren't going to happen.
Mhm.
But why not imagine something great? Why not?
Yeah.
What is wrong with imagining that? Why can't we have it?
Yeah.
And he had the most positive outlook despite having most statistics against them. And this positive outlook, look at the results that they've gotten. So far, 2 wins, right? They've got their 6 points. They're in.
Yeah. Oh, they're automatically in.
They're in,
They
right?
they did their job, and that's exactly the attitude that you have to have. You have to have that confidence
Sure.
in this
Sure.
this competition in
Ah,
order
Willis.
to move forward.
Just-
And Mexico's doing their job right now. That win against Germany, it was unexpected, but a win is a win. And-
Chamans.
yeah, most definitely. Germany also won actually this last game that they against.
I know. And
did
I
you
got to
see
give
that?
it to them, that last play, to watch them kind of off that free kick. I mean, they moved it maybe a meter over. Maybe a meter over. Guy stopped it right there, and they curled it right from that spot. I mean, you couldn't draw it up any prettier than that.
That was beautiful.
That was planned and executed to perfection. And I mean, that's why those guys are the world champs,
Yeah.
because they can scheme in that way. They've played with each other for so long that they know each other well. But yeah, I don't know, this group stage right now, this group of death that Mexico is a part of, that's going to be a hard one to climb out of. So it's going to be interesting to see how we do moving forward, because Mexico still plays Iceland, which I believe will be a win. I believe will be a win for Mexico.
Okay.
But what it comes down to, period, no ifs, ands, or buts, is does Korea beat Germany? Do they beat Germany?
That's going to be very difficult for Korea. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think they have the solid team that Germany does. But then again,
Neither did Mexico.
that's the beautiful thing about the sport.
That's right.
Exactly. Like
Yep.
you never know
Yep.
I'm not saying that Korea is a bad team, but
Sure.
in soccer in general, the worst team can beat the best team
Well, I mean-
on whatever fucking day.
I mean, that's on any that's in
Any
any
sport,
Like,
yeah.
like you watch NCAA, right?
Mhm.
Like NCAA basketball, March Madness. Like everybody expects the best team throughout the whole year to win the whole thing.
Mhm.
But when it comes down to it, when your grit is really tested, you know what I mean, and you're mentally exhausted, and you've been playing game after game after game, and you have to stay sharp and on point,
Yeah.
and others are starting to get to know you and your mannerisms and your
type
your
of play,
plays.
yeah.
Yeah, they get to know you real
Oh,
well.
yeah.
And what do you got then? What kind of trick are you gonna pull out of your pocket
Mhm.
to go ahead and pull this guy off guard
Mhm.
for this match? Just for this match.
Now, having said that,
Sure.
do you think that people have already figured out Argentina's play, and that's why they're not doing as great?
I mean, I when it comes down to it, I mean, you could argue that they're trying to, play Messi's side. They're favoring Messi's side. I mean, you can say that. Sure, you can say that.
Mhm.
But I would argue that also Portugal's doing the same thing.
Okay.
They've got their man up front.
Yeah.
They know who they want to go to.
Mhm.
Definitely every play that they've scored on, the man is involved.
Yeah.
Whether it's because he put a pass out
Mhm.
or he decided to pull the trigger,
Mhm.
he's involved.
And
So
for
that
those of you
really-
that don't know who we're talking about, of course,
obviously I'm talking about CR7.
yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
He-
Arguably the best right now
Yeah.
The best. At this moment in time, the best.
And it's so crazy, too, because I've seen the backlash that Messi has gotten right now because of how poorly their team is doing and the fact that he's not, you know, really stepping up.
Sure.
Quote unquote.
Of course.
And so, you know, it sucks because, you know, he went from the best player in the world to, hey, he doesn't belong in this team. I've seen interviews of fans saying, you know, yay. You know, he gave up on us already.
Yeah.
He's not a real Argentinian.
Sure. And I mean, and it's, and I mean, and it's difficult, man, because there's so much riding on, you know, on what you can do because there was so much hype. And coming into that team, you've got so many solid players that can share the ball, but also can take the ball on their own and, you know, kind of get a result. You know what I mean? Get the result that they're looking for on their own. Like you take Kun Agüero, like that man is a champion in you know Barclays Premier League.
He's a magnificent player,
and he's a magnificent player. And what a wonderful wing. But he's got to play opposite that of Lionel Messi. And how many touches are you going to get at that point if they're playing on the on the complete opposite side of the field from you? How many touches are you really going to get?
That's very true. And the thing about it is, the way I see it is, you know, if you have a team of stars like Argentina does, that's great. You have great players.
Yes.
But can they play together? Yeah. It's all about the chemistry at that point. You know, it doesn't matter how good you are. You're not going to do it alone. And that's why it sucks for Messi because everybody's relying on Messi this, Messi that. Or even at the beginning. And now, you know, he's getting a lot of hate. But he can't do it on his own. And there's an entire team of great players that have to work together. And right now, it doesn't seem like they're doing that.
Yeah, but I mean, you take a guy like Cristiano Ronaldo, and he put that entire Portuguese team on his back, and they won that Copa America without him.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? They won it without him. He dragged them all the way there, and you know, and in that last game, he just could not continue anymore. But because of the poise that team kept, you know what I mean? Probably from his influence, they were still able to close it out, and that's a leader. That's a leader. Like a leader will show you how to do a job. Right, and still accomplish it whether they're there or not. You know, and that's unfortunately one of the things that, for as gifted as Lionel Messi may be, I just don't think that he's ever taken that role of being the front man. Okay, he's never really been the guy sitting there and motivating and getting everybody together. Okay, I've seen countless videos of Cristiano Ronaldo rallying his troops. Okay, bringing them to attention, letting them know where their mistakes were so that they can improve. And I don't see as much of that from Messi. Okay, I see Messi being kind of his own guy over there in the corner and doing his thing and amazing. Don't get me wrong, he's amazing. Yeah, what a naturally gifted player, really is. That's the difference between the two. One is naturally gifted, and the other one kind of worked at his craft. Right. Okay, that's the biggest difference I could tell between the two of them. Okay, one flows very naturally, just kind of like, I don't know, man. He's just kind of fluttering about in the Argentine, right? And then Cristiano Ronaldo is like he practiced every single move that he's got. Okay. Over and over again. And he's got him right. That little step back that he does, right, where he pops the ball with his heel. Amazing. Man.
See, and yeah, that's a good point. Like I did see a video of them, you know, pretty much studying Cristiano Ronaldo and this is like 5 years back, okay? Just to make that point. Yeah. But still, and you know, they tested his endurance, they tested his ball movement, and this guy, like, they tested how high he jumps. For sure. And this guy like a combine to me. Jumps in a game, like going after the ball, like in the box, you know, if he's gonna score a header, he jumps higher than an average basketball player. No. I'm not talking about like the like
how high he gets,
but like an average basketball player, he jumps higher than that.
Yeah, because they get off the ground maybe like 40 inches or something like that, like somewhere along those lines, like between 30 and 40 inches, like the average basketball player.
And I think he jumps as high, of course, you know, pushing off of speed, off of the run. Absolutely. He pushes off, I think it said 74 meters. Or not meters, inches off the ground. Ooh. So higher than an average basketball player, which is incredible. Yeah,
that's way high.
Of course, with his strength and his height and his speed, you know, he's a well-rounded player. Of course, I remember him from Manchester United and his days. Of course. He, of course, amazed everybody. And yeah, this guy is like a machine, man. And
that's it. He's built.
yeah,
He's like LeBron James. Same thing. Same type of caliber. Same
Mhm.
caliber. Just a physique, right? Like natural physique, but also just has worked so hard at it that
Yeah.
he maintains.
yeah.
He maintains it. Because I've seen countless players come in, and especially at his age,
Mhm.
start slowing down a little bit.
Yeah.
Start getting a little heavy,
Mhm,
right?
mhm, mhm.
But I mean, this guy is a master of his craft, and he continues to train hard and continues to want
Mhm.
to be the best. And I don't think Lionel Messi wants to be the best anymore.
I think maybe the pressure has finally, not fully, but finally got into him a little bit.
I definitely. I mean, I would argue that I don't think he ever wanted that.
I don't think so either. Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
think he ever wanted that.
I think he was
Personalities-
just trying to do.
yeah.
He seems like a very quiet person. I mean, from what
He's
we've
a timid
seen,
guy.
yeah,
Seems like
he's
a
very,
timid guy.
like during an
Yeah.
interview, he's it's very soft spoken.
There was actually an interview very recently that they took about him, and they were asking him questions about Ronaldo, and he was undisputedly just saying that Ronaldo is the absolute best player in the world right now,
Okay.
and nobody's better than he is.
Okay.
And he was giving him an insurmountable praise
Mm-hmm.
over and over again about how he works towards his craft and does what he does. And I mean, for that to come from the only other person that you're being compared to in that conversation,
Right.
for your rival, so to speak, quote unquote, right?
Yeah.
Because they're friends, right? We know they're friends.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for your rival to come out and to be able to say that and, kind of be on your team, like, that's incredible.
Yeah. That definitely shows a lot about the person.
Which brings me to a point that I wanted to talk about. Have
Mhm.
you heard about Landon Donovan? Landon Donovan supporting the Mexican national team?
Oh, you know what? Was there a commercial? I
Sure.
think
Yes, there was.
there was a commercial with Landon Donovan.
Absolutely.
And he, yeah, I
Something
did
to the
hear
effect of, "This is my second team," or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Right? Okay. Now, I'm not mad at that.
Okay.
I'm not.
Uh huh.
Simply because that man went to go play for Liga MX, right?
Okay.
And I mean, it was a terrible season, a completely forgettable season from my understanding. I didn't actually watch. I never saw him play. But my understanding is that it was a completely forgettable season. However, he made acquaintances
Mm-hmm.
and got to play with a lot of guys that
Yeah.
he used to butt heads with and, go gridiron with,
Mhm.
on that national team.
Yeah.
And so for him to come out and do a commercial and say that this is his second team, I'm not mad at that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad. Obviously, the U.S. didn't make it into the World Cup, right?
Yeah. Obviously.
And so now everyone in the U.S. wants to be a part of something, right?
Right.
You only get this chance once in every 4 years,
Right.
right?
Right.
And so you're going to support the side that you're going to support through and through.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to support a side that isn't there? You can't, right?
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
You can't.
Exactly.
And so, as you're watching this world event with everybody else watching around you,
Mm-hmm.
you've got people cheering like crazy when goals go in.
Yep.
Because they're so proud because it's their fellow countrymen, so to speak.
Right.
And USA fans can't have any of that. None of it.
Of course, they can.
None of it. Because Kobe Jones had a really big problem with Landon Donovan's support.
Really?
Yeah. It was ugly.
Why? What?
It was ugly.
What did he say?
Just basically saying that I used to fight against those guys. It used to be a war between the Mexican and U.S.
my
national team,
God.
and I could never support, and I would just never do that. And he was being a real nationalist. And I mean, at the end of the day, if I could be honest with you, my personal opinion always
Uh-huh.
is that we're talking about a game that is supposed to unite people.
Right.
It's supposed to unite people. Now, this game, unfortunately, the U.S. men's team did a disservice to this nation by not allowing young children, ages 6 through freaking 12, 14, 15, you name it.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't allow these children to have a memory of your team in the World Cup. You did not allow it.
Right.
You didn't let it happen.
Mhm.
That's your fault. You got to
Mhm.
live with that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so what you want, Kobe Jones, is for everyone to sit here and sulk and be mad that the rest of the world got to participate and the U.S. didn't. I'm sorry, sir. No.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm sorry, Kobe.
No, go
Jones,
ahead
but
and- go ahead
you're
and
totally
support.
wrong.
Yeah.
You shouldn't think of it like that as a war. It's not a war,
No.
dude. It's a game.
It's a game.
It's a game, And yes, it's a world famous game that is definitely supposed to unite people.
Absolutely, dude.
The FIFA organization is there to control anything that goes against, any bad mouthing about any other teammate or any other team or any other person on the field. They are there to show that it is just a game, and we're supposed to unite. And
we're supposed to enjoy it.
We're supposed to enjoy it.
We're supposed to enjoy it. And at
Come
the end of the
on.
day, was it Alexi Lawless came out and said it, and it was pretty much he without actually saying his name, it was directed at Kobe Jones for sure.
Okay.
He said, "You may not like this team. Maybe you're a little bit upset because they made it and you didn't.
Yeah.
But at the very, you don't have to like them. You don't have to like them. But at the very least, this Mexican team deserves your respect.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Period.
Most definitely. And
period.
And off
and
of
that's and that's another U.S. A men's team. I mean, absolute superstar, Alexi Lalas.
Yeah. No. Yeah. He's amazing as well. And when somebody, opposite of you, one of your peers, says that against you, you need to learn to just, hey, relax, calm down.
Stop being a cunt. You're being a little bit cunty. Well, that's like Diego Maradona, right? They were talking to Diego Maradona about Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay.
And he made some off comment about how he didn't like the way that he celebrated. He thought it was too hubris.
Really?
Well, he said it in Spanish. Yo no me acuerdo. Yo no me acuerdo.
Yo no me acuerdo.
Yo no me acuerdo cómo lo había
Me
dicho.
gusta el pollo.
No estoy seguro cómo es que lo había dicho. Sí, pero...
Damn. That sexy ass
lo que
voice.
dijo, o sea,
hey, dude.
a lo que le estoy dando es que yo no le entendí a él. I don't understand. You know,
I don't understand.
I don't understand
man.
what he's saying. And basically, what it seemed like to me is the same thing that Kobe Jones is going through: is that your boy is not performing. Your Argentine is not doing anywhere near at the level of Cristiano Ronaldo. You're a little salty.
Yeah,
you're a little salado. You're a little saladits.
I think so.
A little
I think
bit.
so.
A little bit.
And going off of hate in this entire competition and
hate.
I mean, there have been stories. Well, there have been videos shown on here locally in HP, Texas.
Hey, Dre, is there any way that you can get a camera on me closer to me?
Yeah.
Let me know. Let me know when that's queued up and ready, dude. Let me know when you can get a camera on me.
So what's going on is there are people out there that are being sore winners. I think they're being sore winners right now, and they're burning other people's flags. What do you think about that?
Okay, so for number one, what is first of all, anybody out there that is absolutely happy about what's happening in the World Cup, do everybody a favor. Don't destroy property. That's not a good thing. There's more games to go. There's still a shit ton left. I mean, if you're destroying stuff now, what is there going to be to destroy when they win the World Cup?
Right. You fucking asshole.
JK. Seriously, assholes. Don't fucking destroy anything. What's wrong with you? This is the same reason why Trump and all his little puppets have all the things that they have to say about us. This is why this is such a public debate. And why you can stand on either side of it is because there's constant representation of the stereotype. This is that we don't care. We're renegades. We live on our own laws and we live by our own rules. And that's not the case. Y'all motherfuckers are just breaking the rules. There's a difference. Some of you that want to be here, fucking show it. Act like you want to be here. Please make a difference in your lives. Just because someone did it before you, or that's because, or because that's the way that your parents celebrated, does not mean that that's the way you need to do it. Be better. Like, this country needs you to be better. Otherwise, most of our families are gonna end up gone, and not in a nice way, because they're gonna get caught up doing stupid shit like launching firecrackers or fireworks directly at police officers, doing donuts in the middle of a crowded street full of people in 3 cars, walking across streets, right, while cars are speeding by, not giving one damn that they're coming and making them stop for you. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to be able to go to do that and to celebrate in that way so irresponsibly. I get it. We're all excited. There's no reason to do any of that stuff and put any of our families in danger. There's no room for that. Go home.
Amen to that. Honestly, like you can be proud and you can be happy, but you don't have to do those things in order to celebrate. You can celebrate in a calm, joyous manner without destroying property.
You can celebrate in a classy manner like that.
Exactly.
Like what I saw
Mm-hmm.
in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
There was a gentleman outside of his German home
Okay.
who pulled down his German flag.
I saw
and
that.
he raised the Mexican flag for this
wow.
week.
Wow. Respect.
Because
Respect.
they lost.
Wow.
But there
I'm
was
not
some.
right,
There was
and
some
he's not
Mexican. There was
sour.
some. A couple of those cats had Mexican jerseys on too.
That's true. Nah, they just look like Mexican jerseys. Trust. No, I'm serious. There's a series of German jersey out there right now, and it's the one that they're wearing this year. It's like the same shade of green.
Oh.
It looks just like it. I'm not joking. It looks just like it.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
So be mindful. Watch yourself.
yeah.
so.
Honestly, again, this is just a game, ladies and gentlemen. So I mean, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Celebrate with a few beers. Don't go fucking doing donuts on the street.
Dude, drink your fucking sorrows away. Go ahead, get fucking crunk.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, don't destroy other people's shit. If you're
Yeah.
gonna blow anything the
Yeah.
fuck up, blow it up at your house.
Yeah.
Fuck up your shit.
See,
That's
like,
true.
Do
for-
donuts in your driveway.
See-
Like, don't endanger anybody else because of your stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead and do your thing at your house.
Mhm.
If you guys want to fucking punch each other with your cousins and shit like that, go ahead. Take each other out. Makes one less asshole to deal with in this world. Go ahead. But when you guys are doing the dumb shit that you're doing in the streets, there's a lot of innocent people out there that want nothing to do with your huya.
yeah.
There's a lot of people who don't even know what's going on in the world of sports because they're just completely disconnected in that realm because that's not what's on their mind. They've got other real shit on their mind, and they're worried about how long they're going to be able to stay in this country and being involved with all the dumb shit that you guys are doing in the street. If someone happens to get caught up who had absolutely nothing to do with that and they get hauled away and they get deported because of your dumbass tactics,
That would really suck.
I mean, that's bad.
That's really bad.
I mean, the person who's doing it isn't going to give one fuck, but I feel bad for the person that had nothing to do with it.
yeah, I do too. I am in total agreement. Moving on from this.
I don't want to move on, Jason.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Well, no,
I'm just
because
kidding.
what I'm saying is like, okay, so I was going for Peru, right?
Right.
And
I'm sorry, by the way.
Oh my God. Okay, so 36 years we haven't been in the World Cup, and then we make it. Yeah, looks like we made it.
But you know
And
how you made it, right? You know how you
we
made it,
still
right?
made it.
Okay, but you know how, right? And it's kind of
Sucking
funny.
dick. Oh, wait.
It's kind of funny because it's because of that the U.S. didn't make it.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
because of
I
that,
know,
and
I
that's
know.
really like the only reason why I even know. I would not have known otherwise. But I watched those videos, and for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, in one of the qualifying matches between Colombia and Peru,
Mhm.
they were, I think the game was tied at that point, and there might have been maybe 10 minutes left in the game, and they all realized that if the game ties, they both qualify. If either of the other wins, the U.S. would qualify with the winner.
Yeah.
So in order to snub the U.S. and assure that they both qualified, they all kind of ran around talking to each other, letting each other know the game plan. And for about 10 or 12 minutes or so of that game, they just passed the ball around.
Okay.
Haters.
They just passed the ball around.
Fucking haters.
Yeah.
No one played it. No one even tried to defend. The back four of Colombia, I want to say, just kept passing it amongst one another. It just kept going from player one
Like
to player
that, like
two,
the episode of The
player
Simpsons
one.
where they just
Exactly.
kept passing it.
And I
kicking it
passes
to
it
each
on to
other.
the other
No,
guy.
that's like when you're playing FIFA and then somebody does that. I fucking hate
Yeah,
that shit
just
because
killing time.
they have 1-0 and it's
Yep.
still the first half,
And
and
they
they're
just
just
gotta hold
passing
it.
it back to the goalie, back to the defender, back to the goalie.
That's
back
pretty
to
much
the
what it was.
Like fucking asshole.
So anyway, back to what you were saying. 35 years.
Oh yeah, so
I'm sorry, 36 years.
36 years, and unfortunately, they weren't able to do it.
No.
They still have that game against Australia, but it's already.
It
too
won't
late.
be for much. It's too
yeah,
late.
yeah.
At this point,
It's pretty
too
much a friendly now. But here's another thing that I'm conflicted of. They played against France, and my last name is Dubois, so I was conflicted. I was
Boy.
I wasn't sure who I wanted to win more, and then France won, of course, and so Peru's out, but France is still in.
Omelette au fromage.
Bonjour. Bonjour.
Je voudrais
suis
un
Jason Dubois.
sandwich. Un sandwich au jambon.
Les chaises est sous la branche.
Le chaise?
But so now, I was upset that Peru didn't make it, but
Upset.
I am happy that France is moving forward, and I'm hoping that they do really well.
Yeah.
So that's my team right now. At first,
you've got France.
I've got France.
Okay.
I've got France.
Okay.
I decided to stick behind France.
Yeah.
Get in touch with my roots,
Right,
with my
right.
ancestors' roots and whatnot. And
There you
so
go.
I'm hoping that they make it far at
Because
least.
that's all you've got left.
That's all I got left.
That's like I have a coworker, right? I have a
Uh-huh.
coworker, and he's like, "Man, I really hope that the Japanese win." And I'm like, "The Japanese? Like, yeah, I'm part Japanese." And I'm like, "Oh." I'm like, "What else are you part of?" He's like, "I'm part Irish." And I'm like, "Oh, well, they're not in."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." And the U.S. isn't in, so you can't root for them. You're
Yeah.
holding on to like the one part of your lineage,
Yeah.
and you're fucking going for that shit.
The last fucking little string.
I'm
dangling.
fucking Japanese today, motherfucker.
I am South Korean.
Today I go for Japan.
For Huang.
This honor on your whole family.
But you know what? At first, I was going for Germany because they did so well
Man,
the last time.
fuck you,
Hey,
Jason.
Germany is a solid
Because
team.
they're a
Can you
champion?
argue?
Is
Can
it
you
because
argue?
they're a
Can you
champion?
argue
Can't
that they're
stand that
not a
shit.
solid team?
I'm not gonna. Obviously, they
They
are. They're
are,
the
right?
world champions.
But then
but even a Titan has a chink in his armor.
I mean that's true. That's very true.
Come on, man. They didn't. They
and to
had
be
to
honest,
fight.
and to be honest,
man, they had to fight for that win.
Yeah, exactly.
Against fucking Nigeria. They
and
had to
honestly,
fight for that win, bro.
and that's why I'm saying, like, you know what?
No
this
mommies.
German squad isn't as I'm gonna say they're not as lethal as their predecessors. I don't know what happened within those 4 years, but they're not doing as well as they did before. They're not as an efficient team as before. I'm saying that
They're
on the
also-
record right
those
now.
guys are older too now.
Well, that's true. That's
You know
true
what I
too.
mean?
Maybe that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
But
sure.
for sure, Germany is not doing what they're expected to do.
They're never gonna. I mean, expected. I mean, what's expected? Because they're never gonna beat
They're
a team
expected to.
They're never gonna beat a team 7-0 in a final. You can't get budget. You just can't do better than that.
Who was that played?
Brazil.
Brazil versus
Germany. It
No.
was Germany and Brazil that they killed 7-0.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that was 2014.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. They're not going to do that.
No,
they're not going to do that.
It's hard to ask someone to do that.
Well, obviously,
Yeah, it's hard to
but I
follow
think
that up.
Well, yeah, of course, but I think they would at least come close. The predecessors would come close to that. This team can't do that. I don't think they can.
Well, I mean, the predecessors are those. That's the team we're talking about. The predecessors are the
the
ones that did
younger
that.
squad, I guess, if you will.
Oh, sorry, my bad. You're right about that. Sorry, my mistake. My mistake. You're absolutely right. My fault.
But you know what? Yeah. So I'm hoping France moves forward from here on.
Yeah.
And then, what do you think about Croatia? Croatia's they're doing a lot of good right now too.
All right, so I was surprised by two teams, Croatia and Mexico. Didn't expect any of those performances
Mhm.
from either of those teams. So
Mhm.
those are wild cards right now, but
Oh,
we're already
yeah.
hot, like
Oh,
so
yeah.
hot, right?
Mhm.
I actually called Belgium to win it all.
Okay.
From the very beginning, just because that team is freaking stacked. Eden Hazard, Romelu Lukaku. I mean, Courtois at goal.
Yeah.
You've got, I mean, just what is it? Kevin De Bruyne from Manchester
Oh,
City.
yeah.
You
Oh,
know what I
yeah.
mean? Like that team is
Yeah.
just, it's just all kinds of. There's so many good guys on that team,
Right.
and those guys really know each other and move the ball really well.
Mhm.
Up until today's English match.
Oh my God.
Up until today's English match, they were
Oh
leading in
my
goals.
God.
But that English match today, that English match today, oh my God, OMG! If you didn't watch that, please do yourself a favor and replay.
What was the score? 6-1.
6-1.
Oh my God.
6-1.
At least they scored one, I guess. But
Exactly.
to
I
lose,
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 5 of them were in like the first half.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
See,
no bullshit. No
and
bullshit.
that makes sense. That makes sense because obviously, England is a good squad, and especially starting the first half, you have way more energy, and they were just able to capitalize on all those moments where you needed to shoot, they shot, they scored.
Well, see, most of those, and so the two things that the Belgium team and the English team have in common is that most of the players that they have on that front line, or most of their star players, all of them play for Barclays Premier League, which is arguably the best league of all the soccer leagues.
I think so
more
too.
well-rounded, I should say, well-rounded.
Yeah,
league.
it's a big misconception that the Spanish league
Yeah,
is the best,
Spanish-
but it's
no,
always
well,
Barcelona
it's 'cause
and Real Madrid.
It's a two league. It's a
Maybe
two leagues.
Atletico
Yeah,
Madrid.
it's two league.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a two-team league, right?
Yeah.
It's same as France. You know
Yeah.
that PSG and Monaco. That's pretty much it,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
Same as Italy, right? You get
Yeah.
like Juve, you get Inter or AC, right? Those are pretty much the teams to watch out for. Hardly any buzz from anybody else,
Mhm.
really. Like, when's the last time you saw Palermo win? Like, you get what I'm saying?
Palermo.
Exactly. Like,
Wow.
that's my point, though,
Yeah.
is that they're all just kind of two-team leagues.
Uh-huh.
Like, when you've got all the money, of course you can win.
Mhm.
I mean, look at Bundesliga. Bundesliga has Dortmund
And Bayern.
and Bayern, right? Like, yeah, okay, you can make a claim for, like, what is it? Who did Chicharito play with for a minute?
Manchester United.
No, at Bundesliga.
He played for Dortmund.
No, he did not.
Oh no,
no.
West Bromwich.
Nope.
Oh, no,
That was English.
That was
bro.
English.
That was England.
No, I'm thinking.
Was something, man, I cannot remember the name of that team right now.
Westboro.
But you see my point, though, right? Like, my point still stands.
thought he
Is the
played
fact
there.
that
Okay.
is that even in that
You guys can't remember it.
German league, it's just two teams, right?
Okay.
But in the English Premier League, in that Barclays Premier League, there are so many teams that can just take the top at
Yeah.
any given time.
Oh yeah.
Because they
Oh,
just,
yeah.
I don't know, they mix it up pretty well, and there's
Yeah.
so much talent there. You just never know.
There is.
You can
There-
bring your A game every day, but you might not be the one that takes this team today, not today.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
so it's crazy because all those players are part of both that, that Belgium team and that English team and the France team as well, dude. Like,
Oh,
most
man.
of their people, most of those players are playing for English Premier League, and it shows.
That's why I'm hoping that France does definitely make it through into at least the semifinals. We'll see.
I stand a pretty good chance in the group they're in right now.
You know
There's not
who's doing really
anybody.
well too? Russia, the host.
But Russia can eat ass.
Of course they
like,
are. You guys know how they got the games, right? You know all the shit they went through, and they. And
yeah, that's
why
what I'm
FIFA
saying.
got in
They
trouble.
can, they can get. I mean,
They
they can
bribed
just.
So
them
you're
all.
saying that what?
They can go eat a bowl of shit. That team sucks. You can.
5-0, and then the next one it
Who
was
did
like
they? But
3-1.
who did they play? But who did they play? And they just happened to draw that group. How lucky for you, Russia.
Yeah, exactly. That's how Russia
Once it
does
goes into and I call and this is what I was talking to a friend of
Okay.
mine earlier today. I'm like, dude, if this team, because obviously they're gonna make it past the group stage,
Mm-hmm.
they need it, right?
Okay.
But if a good team gets taken out over some controversial bullshit like they had with Serbia, where they had a guy pretty much tackled in the fucking box. You had two guys wrapping their arms around the guy
Yeah.
and taking him to the fucking ground,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody blew a whistle.
That is very
That's pretty
controversial.
dirty.
Yeah.
So if a team loses to Russia in that fashion, man, I'm gonna be so mad. Not that FIFA cares that I'm gonna be pissed, but just know, FIFA, I'm gonna be mad. All right,
FIFA, you better fucking know, dog.
you better fucking recognize the world is watching, putos. Damn. Right? I'm gonna
like
send a
that.
strongly worded email,
like that.
and I'm gonna tag all of you. Damn.
Hashtag
Feel my
FIFA organization. Yeah.
Feel my wrath.
Feel his
Well,
wrath
You know what?
and his penis.
It's crazy, dude. Like, this
Luckily,
World Cup
my
is all over the place,
Penis's
honestly.
name is Wrath.
Ah.
Penis wrath.
Penis is going to win the World Cup right now.
Penis Wrath.
Penis cup. Yeah, but you know what? Like I said, this World Cup is all over the place, and Brazil's doing pretty good too.
What planet are you on? Brazil is doing pretty good. Is that what you said?
Yeah, they're doing all right. I mean, they're not doing as well as they did before.
No, bro, they're doing terrible right now. I mean, but look at the group they're in. Like, it's not really saying much.
Well, that's what. Okay.
But I mean, would they get one win?
I said right now.
They
Right
did
now.
they got a tie and a win. Is that
Mm.
what they have right now?
I think so. Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm not impressed. You know what's funny though is that analysts went ahead and said that Brazil was going to finish top in their group,
Yeah.
and that Mexico was going to finish second in their group
Okay.
to Germany.
To Germany.
That was the way that they said. And so the particular groups that they're a part of, top number one of that group faces number two of the other group, and vice versa. So they called it for Brazil to be number one, to play Mexico number two in the next in the elimination
Right.
in the 16s.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny that Mexico is doing much better than anyone expected, and Brazil is not doing as good. And Mexico will finish first. Brazil will finish second, and they're still going to play in the round of 16.
Oh, shit.
Interesting facts brought to you by Ivan Godino. Thanks, Ivan.
Thanks, Ivan. What's
Thanks,
going
Ivan.
on, man?
Yeah.
I feel like he's here with us.
Yeah. Say what's up, Ivan.
What's up, Ivan?
Hey,
fool.
all right, so yeah, it's gonna be definitely an interesting World Cup. We have yet to see, what's gonna happen.
Anybody's game, dude. Too early to tell.
Yeah, it is. It is a bit early, but it's still very, very fascinating. And obviously, all those players. Congrats to those for making it to their country and doing what they do. Because
congrats
I
to
couldn't do that
everybody.
shit. Yeah,
congrats to
honestly.
everybody except the U.S. Looking at you, Nag. Looking at you, nagging.
Hey, man.
Looking at you guys.
You know what? Give us a call. What's the number, Dre?
522-4730.
Hell yeah.
The new
522
If you're listening,
4730.
talk some shit.
323.
I dare
Hell
you.
yeah. Talk to us about the soccer, man.
Talk to us about U.S. men's team's
So
Ghost Squad.
the results of this World Cup is out of this world. And so I have a video that I
Okay.
want to show that is a little bit out of this world as well.
Is this J or nay?
This is
Hold on.
J or nay.
Oh, cue it up.
So cue up, please, Dre, the little J or nay.
Chew it up.
Cue it up.
Oh, is it?
What's going on? Uh-oh. There's no sound. There's no sound.
It's okay. He'll
J.
fix it. Something tells me that he's gonna get to the
Is
bottom of
it
this.
J? I forgot the fucking theme
The
song.
little
already.
mute button on the actual video, dude.
Oh, yeah, there is a little.
Scroll down. There, that one.
There we go. All right, let's do this.
Is it ghosts? Or is it fucking assholes? J or nay?
I fucking love that.
Alright.
Dre, who set that up for us again?
Pepper.
Pepper.
The homie
Thank
Pepper
you so much,
from
Pepper.
the fans of Danish and O'Neill.
You
Thanks.
are fucking awesome, dude.
Thank you, Peppa.
Thank you, Peppa.
Oh, thank you, Peppa.
Fucking Pepper.
So what we're seeing here is an object being recorded from an apartment window, and it's
An apartment window.
Yes, it's an apartment window.
Let me see what you got.
And so it's. Let me
What it is,
show
ho?
you. It's
What's
moving around
up?
fast. You're gonna notice that shit. So here we go.
I definitely like these graphics.
Third phase of Moon. My name's Blake Cousins, and today I
So
received
Blake
this
Cousins is a
amazing
little creepy,
video
right?
from Eric Sulu.
I mean, I'm
Shot
scared
this
already.
HD footage with his DSLR 3100 of what appears to be an amazing UFO flying saucer caught zooming over the skies over Brunswick, Germany. Now let's take a look at it right now.
In Germany,
In Deutschland?
in Deutschland. So you see that object. What we're looking at is an object in a bit of a distance. Zooming, stopping. It keeps moving to the left.
Kind of floating above the city.
Yeah.
And moving rapidly. It's
Yeah.
almost like it's like an Uber.
And
I
so
feel
right-
like it's dropping people off and picking people up. It might
Okay,
be public
you
transport.
got probed. You got probed. You're getting dropped off here. There you go.
Probe.
Thanks again.
Probe.
Probe.
Could this video be
So-
too good to be true?
Man.
Or actually smoking gun evidence of a real flying saucer caught in HD.
Hey, and that's the question that we have today. Could this be, an actual UFO footage?
Of course it could be.
Or is it just a bunch of assholes?
I mean, of course it could be. Of course it could be. It could always be.
What do
Now-
you think?
Now, in a world where we've got a lot of, people kind of going to school for like coding and, special effects and
Right.
that sort of thing, like it's not out of anyone's realm to make something like that and, make it look like that's there.
Yeah.
Why go through all the trouble for that? I'm not sure. To get hits, maybe.
Mhm.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's so much other evidence on the planet that kind of tells us that there's been other civilizations and other types
Mm-hmm.
of creatures on this planet. And I'm not going to deny that that's true.
Now, here's an interesting question that I have for you, or for anybody. because of all the events that are going on, not just all the political shit that's going on, between countries and whatnot, but also because the World Cup is here. Do you think that there will be more UFO sightings because potentially these beings are coming to check out, what it is that everybody's, watching and what everybody's talking about?
What is everybody doing and
why are they all together
why
right
is all
now?
this happening?
Yeah,
right now?
are they conspiring against us?
See, I feel like they know enough about us to know what we're doing and what we're up to. I feel like we're such creatures of habit that it's kind of hard for them not to follow our everyday mundane type of existence.
Yeah.
And even if you do something every 4 years, I mean, it pales in comparison if those guys can travel through time. What do they care?
Oh, that's true.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I get I'm always about us being in a petri dish, right? Like that's pretty much where we are. And there's someone always looking at us, someone always watching us, because there's a lot of crazy things that go on this planet. Way too crazy for it to just be us on our own by ourselves. Yeah. There's divine intervention at every corner, whether you choose to accept it or not. Now, what divine entity is doing that? What divine deity? What exactly is doing that? I don't know. Yeah. That is, to me, is where everybody disagrees. The fact that something exists, it's there. Something. Okay. What it is, fuck if I know. Yeah. Do I have a name for it? Hell no. Have I seen it?
Titty whistles.
Nope. I like it. Tits McGee.
Tits McGee, man.
That's
Tits
it.
McGee.
That's it. I'm going to go ahead and start a church of Tits McGeeism.
So what do you think about this video then? Is it a J or nay?
I'm going to be honest with you. It's so far away that where the man is filming, like way the fuck out there.
Yeah.
That thing is moving pretty quickly. I mean, I don't know if that's for me, the fact that it's something that far away and you as the cameraman were able to keep it centered on your screen.
Remember, the cameraman did have to zoom in. And what I would think is, like, if you're...
I'm sorry, sir, but I think you were asking me for my opinion. And I should like to finish my opinion.
I apologize, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead.
As I was saying, this video is full of shit. I'm done.
That's all you wanted to say? Fucking asshole. No, but what I was saying is, like, honestly, the guy did have to zoom in to
right.
And
but have you ever had?
That says anything.
So let's talk about that.
Okay.
Have you ever had to zoom in on anything using your phone?
Of course.
How hard is it to stay on focus on the thing that you're zooming in on?
It's extremely hard.
It's difficult.
I don't know.
Now,
this is not a phone, though.
But regardless, you're talking about zooming in.
This could be
zoom on anything. It doesn't matter whether it's your phone or not. Camera, camcorder, whatever it is.
Oh, shit.
Zoom in any way, shape, or form. The closer that you zoom in on something, the harder it is to keep the frame still.
Right.
It just
unless you have it like steady on a platform.
Of course,
somewhere.
which he obviously doesn't have.
Oh, I don't know, because I mean, it looks like he probably set it up maybe to hold it still on the window frame. It could be that. I don't know that.
So then I'll say this again. All I'm saying is that when you zoom in that far deep into something, it's hard to keep that centered and focused on whatever it is that you're on. Now you're talking about this thing is moving so fast, left and right, stuttering, and it's pretty much juking, like. Right, like it's doing some pretty.
Yeah, it's going back and forth. It looks. I don't know what the hell.
It wasn't like it was just kind of moving along, right? It went forward, stopped, backwards, came up, down, right? It was doing some pretty, like just
out there stuff.
Right.
Out of the ordinary.
Out of the ordinary, right? Yeah. And so, while it's doing that. How is it that this gentleman is able to keep up with every single move that it has?
That's a good question.
So that's the only. That's the only bubble I'll burst. That's it. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. No, and that makes sense. Yeah. The thing.
I'll go half mass on this one because I like aliens. You hear that? I said I like aliens.
I like aliens too.
Probe me first.
Let me probe you.
Yeah. All right.
No, well,
That's
what I'm saying.
On the next show, dude.
What I'm saying is, well, when it comes to situation, because I've never had to like record anything from a distance like this. I've never done anything like this, obviously.
Not even your penis?
Maybe my penis. It's so far away.
Sweet.
I mean, or so it looks like it's far.
Hello, down there. Would you like to come out and play?
Fuck off, you twat.
Fucking leave me alone, asshole.
But the thing is, because it's so far away and shit, I lost my train of thought. Thanks, Angel.
I'm sorry, all the dick
God
jokes, right?
damn it.
All this dick talk. My apologies. Porridge.
No, but you know what? It is pretty interesting. Oh, well, my point was, you know, when you see something like this, I would assume you're going to try your best to keep focused.
Absolutely.
And, you know, if you have a
Agreed.
way to do that, then you're going to try your very best. And I think that's what could be going on right here. He's trying his very best, like, holy
Yeah.
shit, what is that?
Oh, for sure.
And I'm not moving much. He understands. I think because they even said it was what type of camera it was. I think this person could have some experience with cameras and
Sure.
more than the average person. And
Right.
so understands, you know, when you zoom in, it is a lot harder to keep focused on something, but
Yeah.
he already knows how to do it.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why he's able to you know, capture the movements of the spaceship or whatever, the UFO,
Yeah.
whatever it is. And, you know,
So the
that's how
one-
he's able to capture it.
So the one thing that I would like to start seeing with things like this is that, you know, with all the technology that we have nowadays, with everybody taking pictures with, you know, regardless if it's like a, you know, SLR camera or, you know, your smartphone or whatever, most things can do like geo tag locations type
Yeah.
thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Most of them.
Mhm.
And so if that's the case, and this is real, I mean, I'm sure there's a way to compile all the pictures that were taken around that time
Mhm.
in that area,
Mhm.
and see if we can find some common ground there.
Yeah.
Because the fact that one person
Right.
saw all that,
Right.
and no one else has a video of it,
That's a very good point.
regardless whatsoever, around that time.
That's a very good point, and I will agree with
And
you on
someone
that.
out there in the YouTube community needs to take all those videos and put them all together in one video,
Hint, hint, and then send it over to us.
and then send it over to
Yeah.
us, please, and thank you.
Come on.
I appreciate your hard work from the jump.
Send
Yes,
it.
please.
Please
Send
and
it to
thank
my
you.
email address. It's all on the website.
Send nudes.
Send
well.
notes, please. But yeah,
We
you-
won't put them on the show. Those will just be for us. I
And
promise.
dick pics.
All dick pics. Ladies, mind your business. Guys,
ladies, this one's not for you.
send those emails.
Good lighting.
Good lighting, okay?
Good lighting. Only the best.
Only the best.
But honestly,
Uh,
you know what? I mean, it is possible that that's what's going on. You know, all of these videos that I bring on, it's all for, you know, you guys to question. I'm
Question
obviously not.
everything.
I'm not saying, you know, that these are all, you know, legitimately 100% real. What I'm saying is question it and figure it out
Sure.
for yourself, or, you know, try to answer that for yourself.
Well, see, that's the point of this segment, is
Yeah.
for us to go ahead and determine those things and figure
Mhm.
that out for ourselves. Now, if you're not convinced with our answer and you don't like it and you want to go ahead and you know, tell us that you disagree with us, tell us in the
Mhm.
comments. Let us know that you fucking hate our guts and that we're stupid, and we'll answer you with a smile as best we can.
There is another thing that I would like to say that might have to do with, really quick, with you know, the fact that there are a lot of UFO sightings from what I've seen on YouTube lately. There's a lot of things going on in the world geologically. So there was a volcano that erupted in Hawaii. That's
Yeah, I
going
did
on
see
right
that.
now. There was an earthquake in Japan.
Saw that too.
And then there was another
Another one in
earthquake
Guatemala?
with Mexico
Oh, sorry.
when
Was it
when they scored. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, dude, I thought that was Guatemala, bro.
So there are a few things that are going on. The world is pretty much, you know, going through something.
It's going
And-
through puberty, man.
And maybe, you know, that's another reason why they, you know, these sightings are coming about more often.
Interesting.
Uh,
Interesting to think. Yeah. I
Maybe
hear you. I
maybe
hear
they're
you.
just not just studying us,
Yeah.
but they're also studying the world itself and seeing how it's progressing.
Yeah. Well,
and-
we are the world.
We are the world.
We are the children.
We
We are the children.
Thank you guys for getting that. Ah, that's nice.
That, you know what? With that, I will leave you guys. We will leave you guys. Thank you for joining us all on the JAG Show again. Cue outro. Here we go. Oh wait, no.
Let's go. Let's go. It's over, man. It's over.
There we go. There we go.
Hey! That
Thank
was
you
a
for
little bit
joining
more
us.
upbeat.
Of course, you can always catch us on Facebook at Official Jag Show, on Twitter at Official Jag Show, on Instagram the _Jag_show, and on www.thejagshow.com. Always on the Super Audio Network. Thank you for joining us again.
And folks, Don't forget, you can always catch me on the corner of Long Beach.
Oh yeah.
Come say hi.
$5. $5.
I'm gonna be wearing high heels, clear heels, obviously.
like a tight Mexico
Someone
skirt.
give me a whistle, make me feel good about myself. Someone has to.
Thank you, everyone.
Just want someone to love me.
Jesus Christ. Thank you.